right. Take a seat here.
Get these fuckers strapped on.
These new microphones we got here, I really like them. They clip on nice. They're great.
Yeah.
We're set, dude. Episode 1, fucking the Brandit podcast. I remember when we was on the road drunk. Hang on, I still gotta adjust my shit.
Yeah, I
think that's better. Right there on the side. I still feel like I'm swallowing it, but that's okay.
I think we're all right.
When we was on the road 6 months ago, I said, Brandon, we got to start a podcast. And you're like, what should we name it? I don't remember who it was, but somebody was like, the Brandit podcast.
I think it was Mom.
Was it Mom? I think it was your mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Put the names together. Brandit and Bandit. Sorry, Brandit, what the fuck? Hang on. Brandon and Bandit put them together. And made a fucking great name. And we've been working on this project for at least a year. We've been talking about it. We've been wanting to do it, and I've been telling you for a year. We do the beer tastings, we do other shit, but I've been telling you. I said, Brandon, I think this is it. I've had 2 different podcasts in the past. I did one with Kirk. I've done one by myself, and I said the chemistry me and you have, bro, when we just talk shit, is fucking unstoppable. You've had me almost to the point on the road laughing to where we almost had to pull over and I had to fucking throw up. So I'm just like, oh yeah. Now that we're here and it's finally happening, I'm super excited. So what the fuck, bud?
I mean, there was a lot of talk for a long time and you know, no walk, but now we're fucking walking.
We're walking.
We're here. You know, we got the setup. I mean, it's
all right, bro.
It's coming together.
It's coming together. We got sound foam. We're rolling up boogers and flipping them. We're going
a work in progress.
Full fucking bore. You know what I'm saying?
These 2 specific sound ending foams are on their last fucking leg. They don't
like it.
They're about to fall. Right?
They don't like it. They're not trying to be here, but they're
going to fall at some point.
If they fall, listen, it's a ghetto start, so don't fucking.
We're figuring it out.
Let's start off strong. I was at the DMV trying to get the Jeep figured out the other day, and there was a guy there, and he was rolling his boogers into balls, and he was fucking flipping them. And when he'd get them rolled up, he'd fucking flip it, and he'd flip them right at the wall. And I was scared they was going to hit somebody, but he'd fucking dig. And he'd sit there and he'd roll them up into perfect balls. And I thought, if this motherfucker eats it, I'm going to panic. I'm going to scream. You know what I mean? Because it's Springfield. Yeah. The people you see in public is...
You know what's terrible about that is we all fucking know somebody that does that. Right? I mean, we know somebody. Somebody's fucking rolling that shit up and giving it a flick. Or maybe if they're feeling, you know, a little out there, a little dangerous that day, they'll fucking, you know, get a little taste. Get a little excited.
But you know what fucked with me, Brandon, is you told me when I first met you 2 years ago, you're like, I clean cars for Hertz, rent a car or whatever.
Yes.
And you said that people will take their boogers and wipe them underneath the seat. Just straight up underneath the seat, wipe them.
Yeah. So whenever I'm cleaning the front of a car, you know, I'll if it's not an automatic seat, I have to grab that bar that's underneath. I gotta slide it back.
Oh God!
If I'm not, you know, just so ever careful, I will graze it. I'll hit it with like my wrist, and I'll feel like a little hard scratchiness. I'm like
a little bit of brain matter, huh?
That's fucking dried snot.
Oh God!
Yeah, dude.
So what's the worst thing that you found in a rental car? Because, like, here's the thing. This is episode 1. A lot of people know me as a comedian, the Copenhagen Bandit. A lot of people have seen you on the beer tasting, but we got to let everybody know, you know, who you are, Brad. You clean cars. You fucking...
Yeah.
So let's start off with the worst thing you've ever fucking found in a rental car. The worst thing. The thing that just made you want to just quit. Fucking quit the job.
Well, it's actually 2 integrated into 1. So, there's 2 things that I found. I was like, man, I really don't need to do this shit anymore, you know? It's like, why am I still here? Why am I doing this? So basically, one was used needles.
Oh, use that. That's a Springfield classic.
Used needles.
Usually they just throw them out the window.
Yeah.
So that how did you know they was used? Because
they still had a little bit of blood in them.
Oh, a little bit of blood, a little bit of that HIV. That fucking.
So whenever they went to inject it, they must have lifted up a little bit because there's a little bit of residue.
God, got some of that catalytic converter in there, huh?
100%. I mean, there's And then the other thing was, man, it just really stands out in my mind because this car was absolutely destroyed and trashed. There was a small bowl of fully eaten chicken wing bones, and there was no lid on it, so there was eaten chicken bones underneath the driver's seat of this vehicle, which just so happened to be a little Buick Encore.
Hang on. What kind of fucking day are you having if you're just like, where were they from? Like a gas station or what?
100%. I mean, this was no fancy deal. They were in a plastic fucking see-through container, and they were eating. All that was left was the knuckles with a little bit of skin. I mean, they just destroyed them in this vehicle.
Oh, God. And then just shoved them under the seat like nobody was ever going to have to clean it up.
Yeah, like I wouldn't find it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. Where do you have to be at in life to go to a gas station, suck every ounce of fucking meat off a chicken bone, and then shove it under your fucking seat? What? Yeah. And then there you are. So you pull these fucking chicken legs out. What's the first thought?
The first thought is, why the fuck am I here? I could be doing something that's not this. Like,
dude.
Because basically, if you think about it, I'm cleaning up after other people's messes. So it's like, this is kind of disgusting. And it really brings a lot of things to light. Like, you really start to realize, I mean, granted,
how dirty humans are.
How dirty people are. I had another job that really showed that too when I worked for another company where I delivered furniture and all sorts of stuff like that. But, this game is very similar. It really shows you how nasty people are. It only makes you wonder what their homes look like and stuff, So.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you're throwing dirty chicken wings under the seat of a rental car, then you're probably throwing them under the couch of your fucking home. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking... But, dude, I used to... So, I'm not going to say it. So, because, well, it's my dad. He fucking owns a construction company, and we used to have to do jobs for him, like economic security and stuff like that. And we would go into these houses that were just fucking gross. Like, here's the thing. If I come into your house and you got like bed bugs crawling on the fucking drapes at fucking noon, there's a problem. Because if they're coming out in daytime, that's a nighttime creature, baby. Okay? There was 4 things where I grew up in Joplin. 4 things that you knew. So you can get laid if you get a Little Caesars pizza, a 6-pack of Smirnoff, and the girl had bed bugs, you could fucking wrap it up, okay? But I was never one of those people. So the way people live in their homes is just absolutely fucking terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I had a rude awakening several times. When I had my other job, I won't say what it was, but I used to deliver furniture and appliances and stuff like that. I walked into a house one time to pick up a washer because I can't remember the situation. Either they didn't want to pay for it anymore, or it wasn't working. Well, me and my coworker went downstairs because it was in the basement, and there was this big long piece of PVC pipe, and it kind of came to mind. I was like, it's really wet and soggy on the ground, so I'm like, I really hope that's not what I think that is. Well, sure as shit, man. That's exactly what it was. It was an uncapped sewage line. And the timing of it was... They couldn't have timed it better themselves. So basically, whenever we were trying to pick up this washer to troubleshoot it, to move it out, slide it out, and figure out what's going on with it, somebody upstairs went to the bathroom. Well,
while you're down there,
yeah,
they shit.
They did. So as soon as they flushed the toilet, all this shit and piss, toilet papery water started fucking spewing up from the sewage line.
God, did it like bubble or give a gurgle or what?
No, it just started like spewing out and flooding out like an overflow.
Oh God!
So
did it stink down there? Like shit?
It stunk bad, yeah. And we figured out real quick why, because it actually splashed all over the side of the washing machine.
Oh wow!
Our boss actually made us pick it up.
So it was just shit. So you picked the washer. Sorry, I got to move my microphone.
Yeah, I'm having to adjust mine too. We're figuring it out.
So there's this fucking washing machine in the basement.
Yeah.
Covered in shit. in Freeport, Illinois? Is this where this is?
Yes, it is.
And so this is what you did before you clean cars and help me on the road.
Yes.
So when you're carrying it up the stairs, what
well,
did you get shit on you, or did you put gloves on?
Well, yeah, we no gloves.
No gloves. Raw dogged it.
It was on the side of the washing machine, so we each held each edge. We got it up the steps from the storm door, and we loaded it up into the truck. And our boss still made us pick it up and take it back.
Oh, God. So what happened when you got it back? You just wash it up and sell it to somebody else? They don't even know. Like there was shit on this, but
I have no idea. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
For $69 a month, you can get this shitty washer.
Oh yeah, I mean, due to management at that time, who knows?
Oh my God.
Man, it just,
So
bad time.
So let's talk about Brandon, because a lot of people ask us, and now that we're doing a podcast together, and this is episode 1, I'm still fucking with this microphone. I apologize, guys. I'm just trying to get it right. But a lot of people ask us how we met, and it's a very weird story.
Yeah.
So I was at a racetrack with my ex-fiance probably 5 years ago, and I'm walking around. I went down to get some beers, and I come back up, and I seen you with your shirt on, and I was like, "Hey, man, nice shirt."
Yeah.
And then we actually took a picture together, which I'm on the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put it at the bottom here. So we met each other and took a photo, and then didn't see each other for another year and a half, probably something like that. I mean, it was a while.
It was a while. So I saw you at the track. That's where I first met you, and then after I met you, I went to a comedy show that you had at Southbound here in Springfield.
Yes.
And then after that, we actually ended up hanging out after the show. You were sitting at one end of the bar, and me and Noah were sitting at the far end. And you ended up getting fucking trashed. And so, I mean, we were too. We had no business.
That was...
Yeah, we were fucked up. So we met. We went to Southbound, and then, Noah met you. We started talking, and
Dude, here's the thing. I remember meeting you at the racetrack, and I was like, okay, Brandon's normal. And this is nothing against you, Noah, because I love you. Noah's just Noah. A lot of people see him on my vlogs and shit, and they're like, who's Noah? It's like, hey, the first time I met this guy, I was basically homeless. I was moving from Joplin to Springfield at the time.
Yeah, you were in hotels.
Living in hotels every week. And people don't realize, my comedy career, when I moved from Joplin to Springfield, is really when my comedy started to take off. And I was paying like $60 a night, bro. And because I was trying to get into the apartments where I live now, and where you live, because you just got in here. But I was trying to get out here to these apartments, and I had like a fucking 4-month wait. So I had to fucking live in hotels. I already had a job at the airport. And as time went along, I went from like staying at the Bay Mountain or the Holiday Inn or the Comfort Inn, and then it just started winding down. And then I ended up at the Red Roof Inn.
Oh, dear
and I was living, bro. And that's what people don't realize. Like, shit went bad in Joplin. I got family I don't like. I got fucking an ex I don't like. I just don't like being in Joplin. So I moved, right? And I was determined to fucking move. So, like, I'm at the Red Roof Inn, bro. And I got nothing, bro. I got 2 bags. My ex took everything from me. And I'm living out of 2 duffel bags. And I meet Noah at the racetrack because, fucking Noah's Noah. Noah's been up my ass with a goddamn fucking lantern like he's waving traffic into a fucking festival. he wants to hang out. So, and I love Noah. I do. Noah's one of my best friends. But Noah, I'm like, hey, come back to the hotel. Let's have a couple beers. And I'm having a couple beers with Noah, and he starts fucking choking, like straight up, just. I'm like fucking choking on something. I'm like, are you okay?
I think I know where this is going.
We're in a Red Roof Inn, and you're choking, bro. What the fuck? The police are knocking the door down next door, and Noah swallowed. He took the fucking beer tap off the can like this, and it dropped into his fucking beer, and he swallowed it, and it lodged itself sideways. And when he spit it up, blood came with it.
Oh my god!
And then after he spits it up, he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna leave. Bye."
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gonna go home. I'm done. I'm gonna go home. All right. So
well, sounds like it.
I get moved into my apartment, and I'm on the road with Leighton and Levi, doing my thing, doing comedy. Shit's good now. And then all of a sudden, I get a call from Noah. He's like, "Hey, I want to come over for the beer tasting." I'm like, "Okay." It's like, "Do you mind if my friend Brandon comes with me?" And I'm like, "No, I don't mind. Like, bring Brandon over, fucking come hang out." And I remember doing the beer tasting. This was like episode 17. And I look over in the corner, bro, and you're just in your Hertz vest, and you're just chilling.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there all quiet.
You're just chilling in the corner, and I'm like, "Hey, who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah.
And then we started partying, and we did some Snapchats together.
The socially awkward guy.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did some Snapchats, and then after that, I mean, I think we really fell in love. If you ask our ex-girlfriends,
Oh yeah,
they say we butt fuck and we're gay and all that, which we're not. But it went from there.
Apologize, guys. We'll figure this microphone shit out.
Dude, but anyway, I feel like it's pushing on my beard, but it's not.
But yeah, man. I remember that fondly because I was like, oh fuck, man. I feel like I was a little awkward, because I didn't talk. I was over there because I at that time I was so antisocial. I didn't talk much. I didn't really want to conversate much. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to talk to people very well because I've been so sheltered, and I only talked to people that were in my inner circle at that time. And I just I got away from that, moving down here, so I didn't really know anybody except for my like my dad and his ex-wife and Noah.
But you moved down here all the way from almost Wisconsin. I mean,
almost Wisconsin, yeah,
and Illinois.
Yeah, so I moved down here, and I was like, man, that really kind of brought me out of my shell. Because I was like, man, I remember riding home. I was like, man, I hope he doesn't think I'm fucking weird all day. I just didn't know what to say, man. I was like, it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, we're just chilling in this guy's fucking house,
right?
Like when we're just fans, we're just hanging out.
Though it's definitely got to be weird because I know you said your mom bought you the T-shirt, and then you showed up at the racetrack with the T-shirt on.
Yeah, she bought that shirt when I was still living up north, so that would have been 2019 when she bought that shirt, and she gave it to me because I moved down here in 2020. So I've had that shirt.
Is that 5 years?
Yeah, that shirt was purchased 5 years ago. Yeah. Here in April. In April, I'll be living here for 4 years.
Dude, it was the one shirt everybody hated, by the way.
Which is one of my favorites.
I know, with the tornado and shit.
Yeah, Mom loves it too.
But, dude, after we linked up, I was on the road with 2 other comedians, and I'm not going to name names, but I think I already have in this episode. But I was on the road, and I wasn't happy being on the road with them, and I called Brandon up. We'd been hanging out for a while, and I was like, hey, you want to fucking, like, drive and like, come fucking hang out on the road and get this shit done? And for the last 2 years, we've been on the road fucking killing it. And this year so far, the shit we got booked is huge. And we got into the talk of a podcast, and here we are. We've been talking about this podcast for damn 3 years. And, and
it's been a long time. Long time.
And the fun we have on the road is it's crazy. We got to go to Nashville Friday, which I'm excited to take you to Nashville. Hope you're ready for a bunch of vagina and boots, bud.
Oh yeah.
But we've been on the road doing it ever since, and fucking killing it. How do you like living out here? And do you like it better than the old apartments where you were?
Yeah. Where I was at, that area, it's just not. It's not what it used to be. Whenever I first came down here to visit, it was dirt cheap to live there, and you were right on the south side of town. You had access to pretty much most of everything, the main things, especially the mall. The mall was right down the road.
Right.
So like whenever I'd come down to visit, my dad, was cheap at the time. He was living there in a 1-bedroom, and it was great. It was quiet, and even whenever I first moved in there, I lived there for 2 years, and it wasn't even a year. I'd say about the first 8 months was fantastic.
Right.
That was a weird point in my life where I didn't really talk to anybody. So, I'd even go to the racetrack by myself, and I'd come home. I'd be drinking. I'd get pretty drunk, and I'd fucking drunk order Taco Bell and just have a blast, and it was fun. And I didn't worry about coming home at a certain time and wondering what people are doing around me. But that area just it went downhill so fast. There was a couple shootings around that area now.
Well, Springfield's gotten real bad.
Yeah. Springfield in general, it really has. But in that area specifically, and that place where I lived, they just kind of pushed me out because it wasn't really worth it anymore.
Yeah, dude. Pay $800 for 17 square feet?
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
I mean,
you want to live in a shoebox? Pay us.
I
want to take a chew here because it's a podcast, and well, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So one thing you said is about the racetrack. So like we said, me and you, we met each other at the racetrack. We fucking the racetrack. Here's the thing about Springfield Raceway, which I think you can agree. The racing is fun, but the people watching is even better.
It's even better, dude. Yeah.
Like just watching the people who are there. Have you ever looked?
You got people fucking got fold-up chairs. They're acting like they're machine guns. You've got the local guys screaming at the flagman. I mean, you got.
Can I tell the story? Do you think I want to get in trouble? Can I tell the machine gun story?
No, you can tell the story.
Can I?
Oh, he's cool as fuck. I was just talking to him the other day because I saw him in traffic.
Our buddy Dustin, we're down at the racetrack, and everybody's like, "Bandit, how redneck is it down there?" Let me fucking tell you, it's so redneck that we're down here at the racetrack, and Dusty, which is a good friend of ours, he kind of races cars when he can. And he fucking comes up there, he's fucking marching up the hill, he's got 2 fucking lawn chairs under him, and I'm like, "Hey, Dusty, what's going on?" He's like, "I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. She wouldn't let me sit down on the bleachers, so I took the fucking car seat and the fucking lawn chairs. If I can't sit down, nobody can, not even that baby." And he's over there, dude, with 2 lawn chairs acting like they're machine guns. Yeah. I'm like, you can't see this quality entertainment anywhere else.
No, you can't. You won't find it anywhere else. I almost wish we recorded that.
I think about that at least twice a week. Him with the chairs, man.
And that's why I wish we recorded it, because it's like people may not believe us when we tell that story, but no, that really happened. And I'm sure Dusty will fucking happily say, "Hey,
yeah, I did that. I did that.
I fucking did that. I was pissed off. Dusty's that kind of guy."
You see things at the racetrack that you just don't see. I mean, I've seen people fall over trash cans, Noah being one of them. People fucking, I've seen fights. People get their teeth knocked down. I've seen so much wild. I've seen people get married at dirt tracks, and I've been more redneck than people realize what redneck is. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are like, "Well, dirt track racing just a redneck sport." It is. It is. Yeah. There's some redneck shit going on, but it costs a lot of money to race a dirt car. But don't go to the pits. Go to the fucking GA. Go to general admission, where people's kids are eating popcorn and they're drinking 16 beers, and just fucking see how everybody acts. See what's happening. And you will fucking enjoy yourself because it is an absolute blast. And the fact that we even, I mean, fuck, that we get to go around and travel the country and do shows at dirt tracks.
Yeah.
And it's fucking crazy. Like, we went to Eldora, and I thought it was going to be a huge party. And it was just...
It wasn't.
It wasn't. There was nothing.
We walked 17 miles to catch a guy pissing by a golf cart.
Yeah, there was no... And he had a... Good for him. He had a huge cock on him.
It was nice.
I mean, massive. I mean, good for him.
Made me feel bad about myself.
I mean, dude was above average. Because, like, if you're limp and you're like four and a half...
I mean, you're flopping that fucker out, dude. And
like,
I mean,
dude, bro. I mean, if you're flopping it out to take a piss and it's touching your inner thigh, you're the guy.
You know, people say size don't matter, but it's like, you know, when you look at that guy, like, it just fucking might.
Yeah.
It just might.
It does matter, you know. And here's the problem with the ladies in this generation nowadays. You know, here's a problem. You know what it takes most of you ladies to get off? It takes a damn wand, a fucking bottle of wine, and a fucking muscle relaxer. You know what I'm saying? You're like, nobody can get me to fucking come.
A jackhammer.
Yeah. Like, what do you need? A fucking road crew to come in here and fucking jackhammer your shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, that's the thing. It's like, I just, men don't make me come anymore. Have you seen the shit you're doing? You know, you got a rose that blows on your fucking clitorius at fucking 10,000 blows per second. I mean, are we going to sit here and act like somebody can satisfy you?
I mean, is the battery going to die? Is the battery going to die before you get satisfied?
Yeah.
I mean, what do we need to do?
And then they go lesbian. You ever seen them go lesbian?
Some of them do.
Yeah, then they go, wow, they put on them fucking steel-toed boots. It's over. They'll fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful, bro. They're ready to go to work. They'll hold a damn construction sign for a living.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
beat you up and whatever else.
I mean, they just, and that's the thing. It's just there's not enough dick for most of these women. Not enough wiener. Excuse me. We can edit it. That's fine. But there's just not enough wiener from some of these women out here. You know, they just... You know, they can't handle, you know, the pilgrim women back in the day, the women in the 20s, the 40s, you know, they like a good dicking down.
Oh, yeah, you can beat them up for a nice 30 seconds, and they're like, all right, I'm good for the next 6 months, baby.
Yeah, but there's no dicking down anymore, you know, unless you got a fucking Harry Potter wand on you. You know, that's all it takes, you know. We're just average men here, living an average life with an average wiener. So,
right.
We can only do what we can do, ladies.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, the accuracy is pain. The accuracy is pain. Man.
Listen, we ran out of beer, which is a problem. You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Damn, if I had another phone, I'd fucking DoorDash some beer for real. You ever DoorDash beer?
I think I have once.
Dude, it's fucking weird. I DoorDash during the week because I get bored and I got nothing else to do. And every time I get one that pops up and it's like Daniel or Michael ordered a fucking 30-pack of Keystone and a fucking a gallon of Aristocrat vodka.
And
it makes me nervous.
They got to show you your ID and shit. Or they have to show you their ID.
It makes me nervous though. Because it's like, Daniel ordered Keystone.
Yeah.
And Aristocrat vodka. That makes me nervous.
What do you do?
Because, like, who am I delivering this to? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to roll up and get my ass beat? Or, like, you going to be fucking weird, you know? You got to scan their ID with your fucking phone. It's just not.
It seems like it's a process, but we're, you know, and I feel bad for people that have to do it, you know, because you've got to do it too. But we're probably going to have to end up doing that, which we're probably going to end up doing right now.
Oh, we got DoorDash on this? But can we DoorDash beer? Is this for real?
Yeah.
I got my wallet right now.
If you go through Dash Mart, yeah, man.
Get fucking 12 tacos with it. Fuck it.
I don't know if we could do
Pink Whitney. $15 to DoorDash Pink Whitney.
Whitney. It's Whitney, bitch.
Hey, listen, I had sexual relations with a woman on Pink Whitney in Louisville, Kentucky, and I still to this day wish I could remember what happened. Do you?
No.
I told you.
No, we were hammered.
I told
I
you
was
and
probably
Noah.
asleep while that happened. Yeah, because we were fucked up.
I said, Noah, Brandon, I said, I'm going to go to the bathroom with this girl. We're going to take a shower.
Yes.
And it got real gross.
Oh, the trooper. That's what I call her because she's still contact.
The trooper. And I come out out of the bathroom, and Noah was rubbing his knees, getting nervous about it. And I was like, it's a... I said it's okay. Everything's fine.
Is it
But
audible?
God, you don't remember that? Do you remember?
No, dude. I was so drunk. I ate my Taco Bell, and I started fading in and out as soon as I laid in bed like a grandpa. I just tucked myself in like an old man.
Oh, dude.
And I just went to bed.
On the road, this is the thing that I like most about this podcast is the setup that we've got going with the microphones and the phone and the hookup is we can actually take this on the road with us and just do episodes in a hotel because why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, charge the shit up. We're ready to go.
We're fucking where we're going next? Nashville.
Yes,
not
Nashville.
Tomorrow, but the day after. We're going down a day early because Brandon's never been in Nashville.
Never been.
We're
Not my cherry.
It's going to be a good time. Listen, here's the thing. Smoke shows, bud. Smoke shows and cowboy boots. These women don't even know what a farm is, but they strap the cowboy boots on and they're ready to fucking roll. So they just drop them off by the busload, and it's great. You go down to fucking Lily's or Gillies or fucking, what's it called? They sponsor a NASCAR. Tootsie's. You go down to Tootsie's, get you a fucking fried bologna sandwich, stare at some fucking women you can't have. It's a good time. And we're going to be with Marcus. He might pick up a fucking SUV and move it,
maybe even not move it. He might fucking flip it over just to prove a point. Yeah. Shout out to Marcus, man. I mean, shit, we might, we'll have to get him on here soon.
So how much is it to DoorDash one of these 12 packs?
It's not cheap and the options are limited, but that is on Dash Mart. So, yeah.
Listen, as a DoorDasher, that's going to take them like 50 minutes to an hour to deliver.
If we don't do, excuse me, pardon my friend. If we don't use Dash Mart, yeah, it's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Dash Mart's our fastest bet.
Okay.
But our options are limited. A lot of high noons I'm seeing, but I like high noons.
Did I bring the wallet? It may be at the house.
I don't know. I'll buy it. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, fucking get a 12-pack, send it to the house. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you this. The biggest fan that we have on the episode this week, whoever's the biggest fan, whoever comments the most on YouTube, whoever leaves the most comments, we're going to sign this porta shit or shot glass, and we're going to send it to you in the mail. So whoever has the most comments, this one's yours. We're going to sign this bad boy, and we're going to send it to you. Is this bitch still green?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good. So,
go?
the only issue is I don't have my porch light on. Usually that's how dashers signify where's where.
Right.
And if I don't have my porch light on.
Oh, I got to pee. You want me to turn it on?
Yeah.
Okay. We can, all right. Hang on. Do an ad. Do a fake ad. I want to go pee.
Fake ad.
Yeah, I want to go pee and turn the porch light on.
Okay.
And then just tell them, about where we're going, what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then I'll be right back. You guys having fun so far? I hope you are. Because this is the new fucking bee's knees right here. This is item 9. Don't fuck with me. Subscribe right now. Like the page. Follow. I want to be right back. And here's the problem. I can't do a podcast without peeing. Okay? If you've watched my previous podcast in the past, I've always got to pee. I'm going to go take a pee. I got a bad bladder. So I want to pee. Turn the porch light on. I'll be right back. Fucking talk to Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be here in just a second. Oh, yeah. But you know what, guys? While he's pissing during this intermission, we actually have a tour that we're doing right now. We're calling it the On the Road Again tour. And while he's doing that, I'll actually just go ahead and announce the dates. for you guys. So February 3rd, we'll be in Nashville, Tennessee. This is 2024. I don't know when you guys will listen to this. Who knows? It'll be up there. You can listen to it whenever, however you want. So February 3rd, Nashville, Tennessee. February 17th, we'll be in Salina, Kansas. There has been a second show added. The first show is sold out. So there is a second show added. March 2nd, we will be in Newton, Illinois, my home state. It looks like March. What the hell is that? We'll say March 7th. We'll be in Fort Scott, Kansas. And then March 23rd, we'll be in St. Joe, Missouri. April 13th, we'll be in Omaha, Nebraska. April 27th, we'll be in Riverton, Illinois. May 11th, we'll be in Rushville, Illinois. May 17th, we'll be in Pierce City, Missouri. June 7th and 8th, we'll be at the Tulsa Comedy Club, doubleheader, double night show. July 13th, we'll be in Pana, not Pana. Make sure you fucking say Pana.
Pana!
Or you'll get screamed at.
At the Elks Lodge.
Pana, Illinois, at the Elks Lodge. August 3rd, this is one of the biggest ones that I am excited for so far. August 3rd, we'll be at Route 66 Speedway in Amarillo, Texas, doing a comedy show. There will be ASCS wingless sprint cars and limited late models, modifieds, cop stocks, a couple other classes that I can't remember at this time, but it's going to be a big show and a lot of fun. And then we also have November 7th will be, is it November 7th? I don't think that was November 7th. Independence, Kansas. That's what we've got. So
9th. November 9th.
Is that 9th or is that?
Yeah, I think it's a 9th. Fuck it. Either way, hey, Independence, Kansas at the VFW.
Is that 9th?
You can't miss it. Is it 7th or 9th?
God, I can't read that.
It's too small. I don't know. 7th or 9th. I believe it's a 9th.
If that's a 9th, then I read this one wrong too because I said March 7th.
What?
So if it's the 9th, then it would be March 9th in Fort Scott, Kansas.
Right. And what do we got? That whole list.
That font is...
That font is hard to read. That new schedule font is hard to read. The funny thing is, out of this whole schedule, and this is what I love about comedy, and I'm going to go in. It's not really going to be a rant here, but what I love is that whole schedule of all those comedy shows to end out the year, we're adding more. We're adding shows every day. We're talking to people. We're booking shit. We're making money. Which I'm not trying to brag, but only one out of all those shows are a fucking comedy club. That's it.
Yeah.
And I love when comedy clubs hit me up and they're like, I'll give you 40% of the door. I'd rather slam my dick in a fucking doorway. You know what I'm saying? And we're out here hustling. I'm my own manager. Brandon helps me out on the road. We go out and do our own thing. And it's just so funny to see comedy clubs and these managers out here think that, you know, these old road dogs, you know, they think that we're going to go out and just work for them. And it's just great to finally come, not just come over comedy clubs, but just kind of, you know, like when I hit a comedy club up and they're like, you're not going to do a show here. You're not going to do a show here for less than 50% of the door. Bro, I will do a show in the bar or the VFW next door and sell it out. Yeah. And make twice the fucking money you do off drinks and alcohol and food. You know, your fucking $19 nachos and shit. So
and you know, it just comes down to respect, you know.
But they don't have it.
They come and push you around and shit like that, and they don't treat you like a human being.
Yeah, no, anymore, comedy clubs don't have fucking respect. It doesn't exist in the comedy club world. No. Or the casino world, which we learned. I mean, you know, very quickly we learned that about casinos. You know, it just, comedy clubs are going out of business, and then they're sitting there making posts on Facebook. After 45 years of laughs, we're going out of business. Here's the deal, baby. Here's the fucking deal. And now that we got a podcast going, we're going to let you know straight up. Here's why you're fucking posting those posts on Facebook, because Road Dogg Johnny Jones that nobody gives a fuck about, who's been touring around and doing comedy since 1980, working cruise ships and fucking sweatshops, is coming to your club for 4 days a week. You're serving $9 nachos and fucking $47 twisted teas, okay? Nobody's in the mood for that, baby. We're in a recession. It's Joe Biden times. Texas is about to create their own fucking country, okay? We don't have time for fucking $7 nachos. That's what I'm saying. Second off, you think that everybody who does comedy on Facebook is a fucking fraud or isn't good on stage, which don't get me wrong, a lot of them are not. I mean, have you ever seen some, I'm not going to name names, Brandon, but there's some Facebook and TikTok comedians out there who shouldn't be on stage. I understand that. But when a comedian comes to you who's been doing comedy for 8 years and wants to do a show at your club, don't be an asshole. You know, don't offer them a Sunday. But you guys are literally going out of business and wondering why, and you have magicians on your stage pulling fucking rabbits out of hats, bro. Rabbits out of hats. I'd rather, gerbils out of assholes. I mean, it just comedy clubs, and I hate to see it because I started at a comedy club. I love doing comedy clubs. I've been to a lot of comedy clubs I enjoy. I used to enjoy the Tulsa Looney Bin so much. I used to love going there, and it's kind of turned into a place. It's just different, and then they got this different mindset. We went to the Tulsa Comedy Club, and he was like, "Hey, come do a Sunday, and then we'll give you a weekend." So we go do the Sunday, and he offered me a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
how the fuck does that make sense?
Yeah, I was like, okay. And then I look on their page 2 weeks later, and it's some girl that has 2 million followers because she is a female and is not funny. I hate to say that, but not funny. And then they book her for 4 days. So it's just it's a challenge. It's been a challenge. We don't like comedy clubs. I've almost gotten to the point where I've made a video about it because my favorite thing is it's always an old man who runs a comedy club or manages a comedy club. It's always an old fucking geezer, fucking boomer, fucking. They had a comedy career
and it died.
They died. They had an acting career. They got fucking two. They got two fucking. What do you call it when you try out for a movie? A fucking a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Got a couple of those in LA. They got told to fuck off, and now they run a comedy club in the Midwest, and they think they got the fucking biggest dick swinging on the block, and the thing is, you don't, bud. I'll book the fucking bar next door, and I'll show you what a fucking big dick is. And I'm not being an asshole, and I'm not being cocky. I'm just telling you, bro, I'm sick of them, and that's why they're going out of business. And it's unfortunate. But we have had some comedy clubs that we like. We've done some bars that we like. I mean, shit, we was in Louisville last week, 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
And it was fun, Mr. G's Lounge. And
yeah,
fuck, we had 100 people in there, other than the one female.
Yeah, she got a little out of pocket.
It was
a little out of pocket. I was getting upset. She wouldn't shut her fucking mouth during the comedy set.
In the crowd, fucking wooing after every joke I would tell. She would woo.
Woo! Not. I mean, it was a scream woo too.
Yeah, screaming.
Time.
Top of her lungs.
Yeah.
She got into it because we were taking pictures after the show, signing autographs, selling merch, and we kind of have a line when we do that because we do the meet and greets. But we had a little bit of a line going, and some other girl came up and told her she needed to move, and
she grabbed her. She said, "Your time's up." And fucking shoved her over, and yeah, I didn't catch the rest of it, but.
Well, she said something at the end.
Yeah, it was towards the end because I was in the mid conversation with Marcus, and it caught his attention. So he's like, "Hey, because she started screaming at the security guard, and so Marcus is like, "Hey, security, do your job," and I look over at Marcus. I'm like, "Marcus, what is going on?" I asked him like 3 times, and he wouldn't tell me because he was too focused on what was going on at the time, which I don't blame him.
Right.
And then I kind of put it together myself, and I was like, "Oh. This seems like a problem." So I walked around the pool table because we were standing between pool tables where the merch table was, for context for viewers. So I walked around the pool table, and the security guard and this lovely lady was standing right in between them. And as soon as I walk up, I could tell that she was in distress. So as I was walking up, all I hear is, because I was at the back end of it by the time I got there, and all I hear is, I'll slit her fucking throat. And I looked at her, and I shit you not, I looked at her, I said, what? Like, I was in shock. I was like, and then she saw that I looked at her exactly like that. Like, I'm not making, I was just like, what the fuck? And you know, she sees that I'm looking at her like that, and she's like, I am so sorry. I did not mean to be disrespectful in any way. I was like, you just said you'd slit a girl's throat. You're talking about murdering people. And then she sticks her hand out, trying to shake my hand. So I'm like, I do it because I didn't know what to do at the time. So I shake her hand. She's like, I'm so sorry. Like, we're gonna go now. I was like, yeah, probably would be a good idea. Thanks for coming. Because I didn't know what to say. I was just in shock. Like, you just talked about murdering someone.
Well, I know that girl had been drinking for a while because
she's already hammered.
She was at the hotel. We were trying to check in the hotel, which wasn't no Red Roof Inn.
Yes.
It was a fucking fancy hotel downtown Louisville. And I go in and I look homeless. I'm in fucking sweatpants, a fucking jacket. You know, I walk in to check into the hotel, and this girl comes in fucking screaming at the top of her lungs. She's like, oh my God, it's a fucking bandit. Ah! She's like doing everything but grabbing my dick, right? And she's fucking freaking out. But I guess, so there was snow on the ground. So there was salt flipping up on the car. So the window was kind of had a little bit of salt or debris on it. And Brandon wrote Bandit's Bus on the back because we didn't fucking think about it. Like, yeah, we didn't think about it. So she rolls up and she fucking sees it. And she's like, oh my God. And then didn't she come up to you outside?
Yeah. So, you know, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, obviously, and, you know, just waiting on you. And they pull up in a red Durango. And she gets out of the car, and as soon as she starts walking into the hotel, she looks at the back window. She's like, ah, that's Boris! She's like, oh my God, they're here for the same thing. So she started walking up to the passenger window, and she just, you know, knocking on it. I roll the window down.
Like, you're just you've been driving for 8 hours, and there's some girl just like beating on your fucking window. I'm just like,
I look over, I'm like, oh fuck. What am I doing wrong, or what happened, you know? All these things are going through my mind, so I roll the window down, and she's just like, hi. I couldn't help but notice what it says on the back window, what you wrote on the back window. Is that for the Copenhagen Bandit? I was like, yeah. Yeah. He's actually inside checking in right now. Which was a huge mistake.
Yeah, dude, because
that was a big mistake. Off. She fucking started banshee screaming. And she's screaming her whole way inside, and I look back at Noah, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened, dude? And, you know, we heard her screaming all the way inside, and I know that she saw you because she started screaming even louder. And poor you're just trying to check in.
Yeah, dude, I'm just trying to check in. The foreign guy's trying to check me in. And, like, we're cool. We're having a great time. He's like, you'll be in the room fucking 227.
Gave us the wrong room number.
It gave us the wrong room number. We're actually trying to get into somebody else's room. Card wouldn't work. Fucking weird. I'm pretty sure they were fucking in there, by the way. I think they were fucking because I heard it when we first walked up. And I was like, okay. And then you try to hit it with the card. So we go back down, and every time we have to go back down, the elevator opens, and I get exposed, and she can see me. And every time the elevator opens, she goes, "Oh my God!" Like, bro, I've been down here 3 times trying to get my room. Yeah. It's an hour before showtime. I love you. Thank you for the support, but fucking chill.
You gotta the screaming. We're like, We just make we're just here to do comedy.
Just wait for Nashville. Nashville's gonna be a lot of fun. I always have fun in Nashville. My favorite thing about Nashville, which if anybody listening wants to come, we'll be there this weekend, February 3rd. My favorite thing about Nashville is just Broadway Street and the river, and it's just such a beautiful town. Really, what Nashville reminds me of is like a clean New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you said that before.
It's like New Orleans, but it's clean, a little bit of country, good food. But we got to get hammered before we go to Broadway Street.
Yeah.
Because the beers on Broadway, bro, they're like $8 and it's just it's a lot, but bro, it's fun. You guys are gonna have fun. I'm glad we're going down a day early.
Mm-hmm.
I really am, because I think it's gonna make the show better. I think you guys are gonna have more fun. I'm ready to see Noah rub some knees on a rooftop bar.
Yeah, I want to see if he can make his jeans start smoking. I mean, there's a lot of friction there, dude. I wonder if since he rubs so much, I wonder if he even has any webbing on his fingers. Or not webbing, I'm sorry. Fingerprints, yeah.
They're just gone.
Yeah. It might just be flat. It might just be a flat surface.
Oh my god!
I'll have to ask him about it.
I seen. I know this is off subject. Do you have hemorrhoids yet?
No.
No, you haven't developed one.
No.
You don't shit hard enough.
No, I don't. But when I mean, if it's nasty, I mean, I blow ass. Don't get me wrong, but it's
So
nothing detrimental.
Not yet. How old are you?
25.
25.
I think. Yeah.
I'm 30.
Yeah.
In about 2 years, you're gonna pop out a hemorrhoid.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like a cherry on a tree, bro.
Mm. Do you pop it like a pimple, or will you just let it do its
No,
thing?
bro, you just let it bleed.
You just let it pop out, dude.
Like when you got the real bad shit, that motherfucker swell up like a fucking Christmas ornament on a Christmas tree.
Fuck.
So you ain't never had a hemorrhoid?
Never had a hemorrhoid.
What are you gonna do when you get one?
Cry. Probably go to the doctor.
Yeah.
They're just gonna tell me to stop being a bitch and give me cream and send me on my way.
Yeah, dude, you gotta go to Walmart and get that hemorrhoid cream. And here's the weird thing: when you buy hemorrhoid cream, you get it in a package, right? And you pull it out of the package, and it's just a tube, and then the tube's got this little rocket end on it, and you can tell it's made to insert in your booty hole.
It just shoots it up in there.
Yeah. Well, no. Here's the thing: this shit is scientifically put together. So you unscrew the cap like toothpaste, and then you fucking squeeze that rocket tip on it. You fucking screw it on. Just in case you got like a deep hemorrhoid or something.
So you just give it one squirt, one little shot or two? Or?
I don't know. I've never had one that deep. Oh. So I've never had to really penetrate like hardcore, but it's made like, I think it's like 3 inches. So like if you got a deep one, you just shove it up your booty hole and.
So you've had to use the cream and stuff?
I have had to use the cream, but it was right on the rim. It wasn't
at least you're that lucky then.
Yeah, it wasn't deep, I
mean, that's fucking.
You know what hemorrhoids are from? Straining.
Yeah, strenuous shits. I mean, it could be from a gaping ass. It could be from a fiery hot shit. It could be.
Have you ever seen a hemorrhoid like in a? God, this is getting really bad for YouTube.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen a hemorrhoid?
No.
Maybe like in a dirty video or anything. No. They're like white. They look, white.
Like pimple,
Yeah, sometimes I gotta cut them out, bro. Some people
gonna shoot out.
Oh yeah, kind of like that.
That's fucking disgusting,
dude. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
That's fucking disgusting.
Some people gotta have surgery and get them cut out.
Oh my god.
And I was, yeah, dude.
Are they okay?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh God! I woke up Monday. I said it's gonna be a productive day, bro. Like I'm gonna wake up. I want to have a cup of coffee, maybe eat a bowl of cereal. I want to write some jokes. I'm not gonna drink. Right? It's gonna be a fucking good day. I'm not gonna drink till 5. Right?
Breakfast rolls around.
Yeah. Dude, so we're good, right? Dude, I feed Theo. I feed the hedgehog. I clean his cage out, give him some water, and I fucking I open Facebook and the first thing I see is this girl I don't even know on there, and her status. Her status. Because I just be adding women, right?
Yeah.
Just random women.
They were at that point in our lives, yeah.
Yeah.
Desperation.
And her status says, I can't even. I hope this girl doesn't watch this podcast, but her status says, her status says butthole surgery went well. Don't take hemorrhoids as a joke. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, no! I'm like, either this is a joke or this poor girl's laying on her stomach in a hospital somewhere, or their fucking ass taped up, and I just I started drinking. I said, fuck it. I need a beer, bro.
Thought about it, like, I feel for you, baby. Yeah. Just goddamn.
If I'm going to get to that point in my life, to where I got to start worrying about butthole surgery, I'm drinking, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because people be like, your liver could go bad. Your butthole could go bad.
What else could go bad? What's next?
Yeah, I mean, just Jesus Christ. So just that status, just butthole surgery went well. Take hemorrhoids seriously.
Yeah, I've
bothered me. It haunts me.
I mean, I've had a couple of questionable wipes where it's a little bit red, but
yeah, you never wipe blood.
I mean, it was light.
Yeah,
but it was nothing major.
Oh man, I've had some hemorrhoids. Listen, shit and runs in my family. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's like my whole family is shit. I've shit my pants probably 10 times as an adult. My dad, my grandpa owned a construction company. I remember one time they was building a house and my grandpa lost control of his bowels and was just shitting in the front yard. Fond childhood memories. So my dad, there was multiple times we'd be driving home to the house and we'd be doing like 90 and he'd be like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not, just so shit and runs in the family. So yeah, I've got hemorrhoids, bro. And they pop out, and I don't have Roscoe hemorrhoids though.
Yeah, where it's
yeah, because we was in that green room and Roscoe, which is another comedian.
That was rotten.
Shout out to Roscoe from Tulsa. He shit in my green room one time, and it smelled so bad. It was the foulest. Between that and Noah, I don't know who shits worse. It was the foulest fucking fart.
It was bad. It was very bad from what I've heard. I walked in and I caught the very last sin of it. I was like, somebody poop? Because it wasn't that bad. And they're like, oh,
he shit. So Roscoe looks at me and goes, sorry, it was a little wet. I got hemorrhoid cream in my ass. And I was like, oh, God. But these people watching this probably don't want to hear about shits and hemorrhoids.
Yeah, we talk about shit a lot, and they're probably gonna.
We went on a little bit of a tangent there. If you guys do enjoy listening on Spotify or YouTube or whatever it may be, make sure you guys subscribe and listen to some more. This is only episode 1, and we're gonna do this every week, every Tuesday. I think is what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. We're gonna knock out episodes, and we're gonna have some guests on here as well. We have a lot of people who want to get on here with us. I'm not going to name names, but we got some pretty big people that I'm pretty excited to have. And before we get off the hemorrhoid subject, Brandon, will you Google how many hemorrhoid surgeries a year there are? I want to know.
How many hemorrhoid surgeries
surgeries, because that girl's status on Facebook is still haunting me.
Yeah.
And I want to know how many people's bungholes really get cut into here a year. And I'm hoping I don't join the number one day. Let's
see.
I just want to know. I want to know how big of a problem hemorrhoids are being for everybody.
Let's see. How many hemorrhoids hemorrhoid surgeries
a year
yearly,
because here's the thing, it just bothers me that there's butthole surgery going on.
Let's see. Hemorrhoidal disease is a common disorder requiring surgical intervention in approximately 10% of cases, which doesn't really say too much. But for every 100, we'll break it down like that. So every 100 people, 10 people need surgery, which is still not that good.
No, that's not
bad.
great.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
I mean, I had hernia surgery, and I know that everybody who gets a hernia, which by the way, it hurts worse than it fucking did before surgery. Everybody who gets a hernia has to have surgery to get it taken care of. But they said so. There was different size hernias. I wonder if there's different size hemorrhoids. Like, can you just have a softball just sitting in your left ass gland or what?
I don't know, man. Oh boy.
Oh, do we do an hour?
They cut us off at 60 minutes.
Well, if you're on Spotify, it looks like you're getting cut off at 60 minutes. But other than that, this is the first episode, so I think we'll call it an hour. Mm-hmm. We'll go ahead and cut her off here. But what a fun episode. Here's the thing. If you guys are watching on YouTube or Facebook or watching any clips on TikTok that we're going to upload this week, drop some questions. Some questions for us. We need to really get something going where you guys can submit them online. Yeah.
Questions, topics, we'll be on the lookout for them all.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about or say. It does get a little raunchy on here, obviously. I guess.
Oh, yeah, it got dark real fast right away. We hit them hard.
Weird. Yeah, we hit them really hard. Yeah. But it was a fun episode. It's episode 1, so you guys make sure to keep tuning in. And I'm glad to be here. This is just going to keep getting better and better. And we're going to keep building up the background and the technology. And it's a little ghetto right now, but we're going to keep getting it built up. We're going to have a shelf right here soon. We're going to block this window off, and we're going to get it popping in here. So, Brandon, you got anything else to say, buddy, before we tune her down?
No. I mean, nothing else other than if you guys don't know of any other socials, we have our new podcast on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Will soon be Spotify. So whatever platform you prefer, we have it on just about all of them. So
yep, you guys can follow us, hit us up, and until next time, I guess it's the Brandit podcast. We'll see you guys later.
See you guys.